toxic fitness, cortisol, and your weight. Today, we're diving into how overexercising can create stress and increase cortisol levels in your body. And I'm going to share 8 very simple tips on how to develop healthy exercise and lifestyle habits. I'm Jackie Ulmer. Grab my guide over at lowertoxiclife.com. Now, we know that exercise is supposed to reduce stress, right? So wait, why are we now saying that it's increasing stress? There's a fine line between a healthy level of exercise and too much. Overexercising can lead to an increase in the stress hormone cortisol, which can negatively impact your body, health, mind, and your weight. So what is cortisol? Cortisol is a hormone produced by your adrenal glands. It's not inherently a good or bad hormone, although it's good in that we need it, it's important, and its primary role is to help the body respond to stress, to challenges, and to threats. This allows your body to quickly react to stress that you're experiencing. It regulates our metabolism and the immune response. However, when cortisol levels are consistently high, very often due to overexercising, it can lead to several health issues. When you engage in prolonged or extremely intense exercise, your body perceives it as a form of stress. In response, your adrenal glands release more cortisol. Elevated cortisol levels over time can cause muscle breakdown. So instead of building muscle, your body actually starts breaking it down for energy. Suppressed immune function, making you more susceptible to illnesses. Increased fat storage, especially around the abdomen, that pesky belly fat that becomes hard to release. And mental health issues, including anxiety and depression. This is where reasonable, balanced workouts are important to avoid these negative effects. Now, personally, I used to be one of those hour or nothing gym type people. Now I work out at home, I have simple equipment, and I have a 50-minute, 10-minute rule. And what that means is I set my timer either on my watch or my phone or even a microwave for 50 minutes. And at the end of 50 minutes, I get up and I make sure that I'm moving my body in some way for 10 minutes out of that hour. I'll walk even around my house. I have a goal of achieving at least 10,000 steps a day. And when I do this, it very easily helps me achieve that on those days when I'm not out walking in nature in the desert. Weightlifting 3 to 4 times weekly. And then I do 15 to 30-minute yoga and stretching activities as well. So when that alarm goes off, I may walk for 10 minutes. I may do 10 minutes of downward dog and yoga and stretching. I may dance around my house. I might lift weights for over 10 minutes often, but I make sure that I'm moving my body at least 10 minutes out of every hour. If I'm overly focused on the number on the scale, I can get stressed out, which releases more cortisol, and that can lead to fat gain. If I restrict calories, the same thing can happen. If I over-exercise, again, this just creates more stress in my body and more cortisol that's released. And this becomes a vicious cycle. So let me share some healthy exercise habits that you can adopt. Tip number 1. First of all, what are your goals? Set your goals. Are you a fitness model or competitor? Most of us aren't. So this is where we need to be extremely reasonable with our goals. For me, toned muscles, weight that fits my body, and healthy goals, along with being functional and having that functional movement for longevity. It's important as we age that we can turn and twist and bend down to pick things up. Those are things that we don't necessarily think about in our 20s, 30s, and even 40s. Tip number 2, plan your workouts. Create a balanced exercise routine that includes a mix of cardio, strength training, HIIT, high intensity interval training, and flexibility exercises. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous activity each week, along with muscle strengthening activities on 2 or more days. I like to do strength training 3 to 4 days a week. As I mentioned, my 50 and 10 plan, my goal is an hour of an intentional movement daily. So I'm going to set my alarm so that 6 times during the day, I'm going to have that alarm that reminds me to get up and move for a minimum of 10 minutes. And again, I mix it up with my rebounder or mini trampoline, which I love, hand weights, leg weights, bands, and other small portable equipment. And I have a power plate style waiver that I love to use as well. As a reminder, give this video a like if you're finding this helpful, and leave me a comment below and let me know what's been beneficial for you. Tip number 3, stretching and body flexibility. This is so important to increase that flexible and functional movement, especially as we age, to reduce risk of shoulder, hip, and other injuries. We've all heard those horrible stories of an older person falling and breaking a hip, and then they never quite recover. Tip number 4, include rest days. Your body needs time to recover. So incorporate rest days into your weekly routine to allow your muscles to repair and grow. Now, for me, sometimes on my rest days, I still get out and take a walk in nature, but I do that more for peace of mind and that restorative process versus a hardcore pace of exercise. Unfortunately, with today's often frantic paced lifestyle, which can be extremely stressful, it seems as though it was almost designed to create a hormone imbalance. So here are some lifestyle habits you can adapt to maintain your cortisol levels, and be sure to grab my guide to reduce all types of toxins in your life over at lowertoxiclife.com. So tip number 5, prioritize sleep. Ensure that you're getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Sleep is so crucial for recovery, and it helps regulate the cortisol levels. Tip number 6, manage your stress. Incorporate stress-reducing activities into your life, such as meditation, spending time with loved ones, engaging in hobbies, creating that community environment, and nature walks. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss my upcoming video on toxic people. Tip number 7, eat a balanced diet. Fuel your body with nutritious foods. If you're going to work out and do all of that, reward it with good quality, nutritious foods. A balanced diet can help stabilize your energy levels and support recovery. Remember, a healthy protein, a healthy fat, and a slow carb. And make sure you're getting your fiber. Tip number 8, listen to your body. Pay attention to signs of overtraining, such as persistent fatigue, decreased performance, and mood changes. Adjust your routine accordingly. Forget about that old saying, no pain, no gain. Yes, slight muscle soreness that we might feel the next day is normal, but you don't want to feel anything sharp or stabbing. Remember, exercise should enhance your life, not hinder it. By maintaining a balanced approach, you can enjoy the benefits of physical activity without the negative effects of over-exercising and that over-release of cortisol. So there you have it, 8 simple tips to lower the cortisol and stress that over-exercising and a stressful lifestyle can create. Take just 1 tip a week, and in 8 weeks, you'll be amazed at how your life has improved. Now, if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips. Take care and stay balanced.